Often seen as a place to relax, beaches are actually treasure troves of mysteries. Be it oddities from the depths or bizarre natural wonders, these shorelines always have something new to offer. So get ready to be amazed by these strangest and most incredible finds ever made on a beach. A group of locals was riding along the shoreline in their cart when they were shocked to discover a fully grown thresher shark. Can you imagine their luck? It was a striking sight, with a tail measuring nearly 5 feet long. But what really caught their attention was the dark red blood covering its body, raising questions about how it ended up there. The locals pulled over, their hearts racing as they wondered what had happened to this magnificent creature. Would you have pulled over to see what was going on, or would you have kept driving? Alien carcass. Starting off, we have a guy who was walking along the shore of an island when he stumbles upon something truly bizarre. He came across this dried-up carcass that looks like a mermaid that is completely shriveled from the sun. It looks absolutely terrifying, with its cracked scales and a haunting face. His video captures just how eerie it really is. Shaken by the sight, he takes one last look at the mysterious figure before sprinting away, his heart racing. As he walks away, he can't shake the feeling that he has stumbled upon something otherworldly, leaving him to wonder what other secrets the ocean might be hiding. The half-eaten shark. In a series of strange events, locals were horrified to discover a half-eaten great white shark washed up on the shore. The carcass looked old and appeared to have been there for some time, since it was buried under layers of sand. When it was inspected closely, it became clear that the shark had lost its entire outer body below the ribcage. Shark attack. Shock! This next terrifying footage has emerged of what many believe was a baby megalodon attack. That's 70 feet shark. The locals were shocked as a massive shark was seen ramming into a boardwalk on the beach. The size of the creature wasn't that of any ordinary shark, and it managed to damage the wooden structure. A few days earlier, a huge shark fin washed up on the shore, and it sparked rumors that it belonged to a megalodon. Some have linked this event to the massive shark seen smashing the deck. Now there are wild assumptions of the predator returning to the water. Netizens just cannot catch a break. Unidentified creature. It all starts with a regular beach day in this video when 2 people spotted an unidentified object washed up on the shore. One of them began recording to capture the unusual sight, while the other cautiously prodded at it with a stick to confirm what it really was. The creature was 4 meters long. Its saggy, flimsy flesh was dark gray and seemingly heavy, with a strange texture. Its body was dotted with holes that could possibly be a sign of decomposition. A feeling of discomfort filled them as they stared at the creature. Mysterious whale discovered. It was a perfect day at the beach, when, out of nowhere, a beachgoer noticed something large drifting in the distance. As his curiosity piqued, he moved closer to the creature with his phone in hand to capture whatever it was. His heart raced as the waves carried it in. It was the massive, lifeless body of a whale. The sight was both tragic and awe-inspiring, since its colossal form looked extremely still as the sea gently pulled it ashore. The man was left shocked, and he wondered how such a giant creature had met its end. Alien encountered. In this next video, a guy recorded the serene sea view from his hotel balcony when something strange caught his eye. As he zoomed in, It felt like he stumbled upon evidence of an alien landing. After focusing his camera, a tentacled creature unlike anything anyone had seen was revealed. The night before this video was recorded, a home security camera captured a bright blue object falling toward the beach at an impossible speed. Speculation swirled that it might have been a UFO, and could this figure on the sand have actually been an alien? What else could have been lurking just beyond our sight? 8-legged creature. Have you ever found something downright creepy while taking a stroll on a beach? In this video, a guy stood on a cliff and spotted a massive creature sprawled out on the sand. The carcass had 8 legs, 4 on each side, and an odd head-like structure that resembled a giant spider. Its body displayed a mix of grayish brown and blue, enhancing its unsettling appearance. The sight left him both fascinated and uneasy, capturing the imagination of anyone who laid eyes on it. Rare fish discovered.
Imagine being in the water and stumbling upon a massive and rare 12-foot sea creature.
Next up, you can see people freaking out at a mysterious creature that has washed ashore. Some believed it resembled a giant eel, while others thought it looked more like a snake. The rare find was an oarfish, which is often called the Doomsday fish as well. The people couldn't believe their eyes as they looked at the massive, pole-shaped carcass, which measured up to 30 feet. Its rock-hard, gray body had many wondering if this could be the sea serpent referenced in countless myths and legends.
Oh my goodness, that's the biggest fish I've ever seen. It looks like an eel.
That's insane.
Liverpool sea monster. An unidentified sea monster has washed up on Ainsworth Beach near Liverpool. A man was minding his own business and happened to stumble across the bizarre carcass. It is a massive, shriveled, black-brown creature lying on the shore. Its body was tangled with bones, limbs, and even patches of hair, which created an eerie, unrecognizable mess. The man quickly captured the strange sight on his phone, but the odd creature was so twisted and decayed that it's impossible to tell where the head ends and the other limbs begin. This is a sight that left everyone wondering what could have possibly washed ashore. Alien mermaid discovery.
You need to touch it?
A family was enjoying their day at the beach when the father noticed a tiny, dried-up creature lying on the sand. It had a mermaid-like body and a skeletal skull, resembling an eerie alien mermaid carcass. The sight left him speechless. Intrigued, he reached out to touch it, but his young son urgently tugged at his arm, fear in his voice as he pleaded, "Don't touch it, Dad!"
I'm touching it!
The father hesitated, realizing that this strange find might hold secrets better left undisturbed, sparking their imagination about what mysteries lay beneath the waves.
What is that?
I don't know.
Mysterious fish. It was an ordinary day at an Australian beach when a couple stumbled upon a strange, monstrous fish carcass lying on the sand. The enormous 2-meter-long body had a large head, massive fins, and an open mouth. They snapped several photos, hoping that someone could identify it. Some people speculated it could be an ancient species that was once thought extinct. As they looked at the bizarre creature, they couldn't help but feel that it had washed ashore from a time long gone, leaving behind a mystery that would intrigue beachgoers for years to come. Alien life form.
Kick the thing over now. Kick it over.
It was a regular sunny day at the Sydney beach, and everyone was enjoying the sun. All of a sudden, 2 beachgoers were surprised to see an alien life form that had washed up on the seashore. The creature had a well-rounded, pink, fleshy body with a mouth-like opening. It had a squishy texture and was covered with white patches. I wonder if it was its original color or if the poor thing had decomposed. What a dreadful sight.
Kick the thing over now. Kick it over.
Color-changing octopus. In this next footage, a local resident was stunned to discover a small octopus-like creature wedged between the rocks. What truly left him startled was witnessing how the creature changed its color right before his eyes. The octopus shifted from a pale white to a vivid shade of orange, showcasing its incredible ability to blend in with its surroundings. As if things couldn't get creepier, the creature paused, staring directly into the camera as if aware of being watched, before slowly crawling away. In another captivating clip, a guy encountered a squid, and to see it change color, he delivered a playful blow. Instantly, the squid changed its color from deep black to bright white, demonstrating its own remarkable color-changing abilities. These encounters remind us of the fascinating and often bizarre life forms that inhabit our oceans, leaving us in awe of nature's wonders. Mysterious marine animal. People were soaking up the sun and enjoying the waves on a typical beach day when someone noticed a mysterious creature lurking in the sand. The guy tried to get a better look and observed the creature attempting to move. Its body had several thin, leg-like appendages and a striking brown and white pattern covering its circular form, while tufts of brown hair sprouted from its surface. What an odd sight! As it turned out, this creature was a heart urchin, known for its unusual shape and beautiful patterns. It's fascinating how nature can surprise us right at the shore. Giant lifeless mermaid.
Such a shame seeing a mermaid on the beach like that.
People were walking on the beach when a guy spotted something extraordinary. Lying on the shore was a massive creature. It had a mermaid-like figure, and its body looked very realistic. While others passed by without a second thought, the man stood frozen, mesmerized by what he believed to be a real-life mermaid. The creature's unusual form and its size left him questioning reality, and his curiosity pulled him closer to the mysterious figure. His heart raced as he took in the impossible sight before him, and he realized that this moment would forever change how he viewed the ocean and its hidden wonders.
Oh, they see it. They're looking.
Rocket debris discovered. Locals at the beach were stunned when they spotted unusual metal debris washed ashore. The object had a strange shade of blue and white. It also had stars and an unknown symbol. They called the authorities, who quickly taped off the area for investigation. Now that is some strange discovery, don't you think? The sight left everyone on edge, as they thought whether it was part of a satellite launching rocket or could it be from an alien UFO crash. What do you think? A bottle message.
When I found it, I could see the date in it, so I was already really surprised and really excited to open it and read it.
Moving on, a girl was relaxing at the beach after a hectic week when she noticed a bottle washed ashore near her feet. How exciting! She picked it up and opened it to find an old letter inside. The letter was written by an old man who had cast several messages into the ocean in the early 2000s, hoping for someone to find them. The girl was amazed and contacted the man.
Found it and I just couldn't believe it. I was so excited, especially to share it with everybody.
Only to learn that others from around the world had also discovered his letters and reached out in similar ways. What a crazy story, right? Glowing rock. Two friends were strolling by the ocean at night when they noticed a strange, bright, pinkish white light shining in the water. When they went closer, they were surprised to find a strange-looking object that was emitting the light. One of them carefully picked it up from the waves to examine it under the mobile flash. Now, why would you want to get any more creeped out? It was a small, glowing orange rock. The glow is almost like the rock is out of this world. Do you have any idea what it could be? Plane washed ashore. In a bizarre turn of events, beachgoers were shocked to find a small white plane washed up on a Brazilian shore back in 2018. It appeared to be a two-seater jet with some broken parts scattered around. Some locals gathered in disbelief and began speculating that it had crashed into the Atlantic Ocean before floating to the beach. However, there were no visible signs of a crash nearby. How did this thing even end up in such perfect condition? I just hope everyone on board was all right. Metal sphere. In this video, you can see a strange 1.5 meter wide rusted metal sphere washed up on a Japanese beach. The people around looked puzzled and cautious. The object was light brown with dark brown spots and came with a hollow handle-like protrusion. Everyone who saw it was afraid to approach this mysterious object, so they stayed at a distance and filmed it from afar. Mysterious shore object.
Here at Greenhead this afternoon, these are specialist hazmat crews that have just arrived from Perth.
It's not your regular beach day if you find a strange, golden-colored metal object on shore. The large round object, rusted and covered in barnacles, was found by locals at Greenhead, Western Australia. Some people said it looked like a relic from another time, or perhaps another world. It looked very otherworldly, like an object that powers UFOs. Authorities soon arrived to tape off the area and investigate, treating the object as potentially hazardous. The military and police worked with multiple state and federal agencies to determine its origin, ruling out any connection to commercial aircraft. It was eventually identified as part of an Indian rocket. Horror movie fish. Have you seen the anglerfish? It is horrific. Now imagine one washing ashore while you are vacationing. The same thing happened to this one person. This was no regular fish, as it looked like something straight out of a horror movie. Its slimy black body gleamed in the sunlight, and its terrifying, creepy face was really otherworldly. The anglerfish is known as a deep-sea creature that lives far below the ocean's depths and rarely surfaces. The football-sized fish appeared nightmarish, with an antenna-like appendage on its head that glows in the dark. You could also see its gaping mouth full of tiny, razor-sharp teeth. Nature really is very creepy sometimes. Hoodwinker sunfish found. Going to the beach is all fun and games, until you realize that it is the graveyard for some mysterious beings. Beachgoers were enjoying a normal sunny day when they noticed a rare 7-foot carcass washed up on Oregon Beach. As people gathered around, authorities arrived and quickly identified the massive creature as a Hoodwinker sunfish. Its body was a mix of white, gray, and brown as it lay on the sand, far from the shoreline. What an unexpected sight. What would you do if you witnessed something like this? Alien-like object. It's always smart to stay close to each other, no matter where you are. Two men were walking along the beach when they found a strange, creepy-looking object. The creature was circular, looking like a large ball with several small holes all across its surface. Its alien-like appearance made it impossible to identify, and even after close inspection, no one could tell what it was. You'll be surprised to know that the mystery surrounding the bizarre object still lingers, with locals still speculating about its origins. Unknown remains. A couple was enjoying a peaceful walk on Russell Island when they stumbled upon something unexpected. Scattered across the ground were unknown bones. The woman caught her breath and started recording the scene on her phone. The remains included a structure resembling multiple ribs and, shockingly, a skull. She gasped, her camera shaking slightly as she zoomed in for a closer look. The creepy sight of these ancient-looking remains sent a chill down their spines. By the looks of it, the remains seemed to resemble ribs, but the question was, who did these bones belong to? Were they from deceased animals, or something else entirely? I'll let you decide. Spiked creature. A man noticed some movement among the fallen leaves. Out of curiosity, he bent down and picked up a leaf to reveal a small, strange, worm-like creature. Its brownish-gray body was covered in green spikes and scales that moved in a creepy, rhythmic pattern. The sight of the odd, spiny creature sent a shiver down his spine. Having no idea what it was, he posted the clip online, and netizens came up with a bunch of theories. Some thought it was an undiscovered creature, while others had ideas about something out of this world. But for now, its identity has remained a mystery. Slithering creature. A man was casually walking along the beach when he spotted something unusual among the rocks. It was a long, centipede-like marine creature. Its body was shiny and slimy, and it curled when it moved because of its massive length. The man was shocked, and he quickly pulled out his phone to record. When he zoomed in, he saw the creature's bizarre form. Its slow, slithery movements creeped him out. The guy was haunted by its otherworldly appearance, even long after it vanished into the rocks. Alien ashore. In this video, a guy stumbled upon a scene that looked like an alien invasion, but soon realized it was a group of rare goose barnacles. These unusual creatures were lined with thousands of tiny, hair-like tentacles that gave them an alien appearance as they covered the shore. The sight of these unknown sea creatures washing up in large numbers shocked all the onlookers. Their strange look and unique texture left everyone wondering about the mysteries of the ocean. Transparent oddity. A man was going about his day when he saw an unusual sight. His curiosity got the best of him as he carefully picked up a tiny, fully transparent marine creature. He was terrified to see its delicate body that was almost invisible against the light. He also noticed its thin, line-like legs moving rhythmically. It had several tiny black dots on its front that were possibly hinting at a face. Handling this strange creature certainly took a brave soul, and it left him wondering what other wonders, and maybe a few more frightful surprises, lay hidden beneath the waves. Creepy ocean find. Who doesn't love the beach? It was a sunny day, and people were enjoying the warm weather. Suddenly, one person noticed something strange. It was a weird-looking creature with light and dark brown spots on its body that you could only see up close. This guy seemed really kind as he went over to help it. When he got closer, he was shocked by how creepy it looked. Even though he felt good for trying to help, the strange encounter probably left him feeling a bit uneasy. After all, it's not every day you see something so unusual on a relaxing beach day. Black oranda goldfish. In this video, a person spots something unusual while exploring the beach. If you look closely, you will see two black oranda goldfish resembling blackberries. Their tiny, slimy bodies looked just like the textured surface of the fruit. They had round bumps and a glossy body that was shining in the sunlight. The man carefully picked them up for a closer look and noticed that the fish had no eyes. It just had a hole for a mouth. After capturing a quick video, he gently let the creepy fish go back into the water. Alien-like figure. Locals were soaking up the sun on the California beach when a group of Coast Guards noticed a bizarre alien-like sea creature washing ashore. It turned out to be a 6-foot-long globster, a rotting mess. The carcass was split open, with its insides spilling out. Its bones were protruding from the torn skin, and the witnesses were left in disbelief by the unsettling sight. Do you have any idea what it is? A live skeleton. It was a chilly morning at the beach in Argentina back in 2021 when two locals saw an object half buried in the sand. They were curious yet creeped out as they carefully approached the thing. One of them decided to pick it up for a closer look. It was a small, alive skeleton-like creature, and its outer body was covered in a brownish-white shell. A hole revealed its inner body moving inside. As they leaned in, the creature opened its orange-colored mouth-like entrance, which was about the size of a palm. This will definitely give me nightmares. Washed-up mermaid. In this next video, a tourist was strolling along the shoreline on a beach when he spotted something mysterious shining in the sunlight. I personally wouldn't go and check it out, but this person was built differently. He went closer to the washed-up figure. To his shock, he found a skeletal creature that looked like a mermaid. It also had a humanoid skull perched atop its bony frame. Its body had no skin and was all bones. Can you believe it? Instead of feet, it had a tail that flapped weakly as if struggling to move. Could it be a mermaid? The creature appeared hurt, with visible damage around its ribcage, leaving the tourist wondering what had happened to this mysterious being. Nightmarish dolls.
It's nothing short of creepy. We're talking about dolls. Yes, dolls.
You never know what you might see on a day at the beach, and for some people, what they find can be pretty scary. Along the South Texas shore, many old dolls and doll parts appeared on the sand. The doll heads were filled with sea trash like barnacles, making them look very strange. No one knows where they came from. Were they just trash carried in by the ocean, or is there a darker story behind them? Nobody really knows. Duckathon. In this video, you can see onlookers shocked on the bridge as they record a bizarre scene. Thousands of bright yellow rubber ducks are floating across the ocean waves. This is what some kids dream about. No one really knew where they came from. Some speculated it might be a quirky art installation, while others thought it could be from a cargo ship that accidentally spilled them into the sea years ago. Now the ducks continue to wash ashore. Is this the real story, or is the truth more surprising than it seems?
One of those, I don't know which one.
Skeletal remains.
Inside the hole is all this. I'm not sure what these bones go to.
Skeletons are already creepy, but when you can't even recognize what creature they belong to, it's even worse. A father and his young son were searching for crabs by the sea bay when they noticed a hole near the rocks. They wanted to get a closer look and were shocked to discover mysterious skeletal remains hidden within. The bones appeared to belong to a small animal, as they didn't quite match the structure of human bones. They looked old and scattered, broken apart into pieces that were all nearly the same size and shape. I would have definitely made a run for it.
I'm not sure what these bones go to.
Marine worm. A man was enjoying his time when an odd thing caught his eye. It looked like a small marine worm, slimy and shining in the sunlight, but it was unusually long for its kind. To his surprise, all of its legs moved in perfect sync, with incredible speed. As it moved along, it left behind a strange brownish liquid. The person zoomed in to capture the moment, but the creature suddenly started moving more vigorously. Maybe it sensed him? The guy was scared for his life and quickly zoomed out while stepping back, as if that would keep him safe. Fig-like growths. If you are afraid of holes, a person was exploring the shoreline when he saw small, hole-like formations covering a surface. He looked at them closely and thought they looked like light brown figs. These strange growths triggered an unsettling feeling, particularly for those with a phobia of small holes, also known as trypophobia. Each individual creature was tiny, yet they were thousands in number and looked extremely unpleasant. Just the number of these bizarre formations is enough to make anyone uneasy. Ancient tusk discovery. Two fishermen were out on the water looking for a good catch when their boat suddenly jerked. They had hooked something massive. Since they were struggling to pull it in, they expected a large fish, but were stunned when a gigantic brown object emerged from the water. It wasn't a fish at all. It was an enormous mammoth tusk that had weathered by time. Its ancient curved form looked out of place in the modern sea. I mean, just look at it. The fishermen were completely fascinated.
Hola. Bionki dawa.
Odd rock sighted.
Could this be a meteorite? This is crazy.
While exploring a beach crater, a woman discovered an odd rock nestled within its depths. Smaller rocks surrounded the crater, but the larger one inside caught her eye. It appeared burnt and was a striking black color.
It also has a burnt smell to it.
She wondered if it could be a meteorite. Those do fall on Earth from time to time. The rock was about the size of her palm and surprisingly lightweight, weighing only a few pounds. However, meteorites are usually found in bulk, leaving her to wonder if someone had placed it there specifically.
So easily makes me think that it's just not dense enough to be a meteorite.
Strange object unearthed. One day at the beach, a person saw a strange object half buried in the sand. It was a bright orangish brown color, and it looked interesting. So he began to dig it out. After digging for a while, he uncovered a big, shiny shell that sparkled in the sun. It was buried quite deep, about 4 feet. Everyone around was amazed at how big and unfamiliar it looked. It makes you wonder what this unusual find is and where it came from. Mystery beneath waves. Moving on, this video showed a couple enjoying a sunny day at the beach. The guy was recording the gentle waves with his phone when something brown caught his eye, drifting along with the tide. At first, it seemed like just a bunch of leaves, but as he zoomed in, his heart raced. There, beneath the water, was something that looked eerily like a mermaid's tail, shimmering in the sunlight. Both of them stared in disbelief, feeling a chill run down their spines as they realized they might be witnessing something truly otherworldly. They couldn't shake the feeling that they had just glimpsed a secret of the ocean, leaving them both fascinated and uneasy. Petrified dinosaur eggs. A group of adventurers were eager for a new discovery, so they set out to explore a remote beach by boat. They were astonished to find giant, mysterious, egg-shaped objects scattered across the sand. Each one of them was covered in a rugged, rough shell. There were around 4 to 6 of these weird objects, and all were nearly the same size and shape, lying in various spots along the shoreline. The shocking finds excited and terrified the explorers and experts who came to study the eggs. They said they had never encountered anything like them before. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This astonishing footage shows a real mermaid washing up on an African shore. The creature's upper body resembled a human with red hair. It also had hands and a tail instead of legs. Is it just me, or does it really look like a mermaid? Its appearance is quite shocking. The people around did not know how to help. The creature seemed to be struggling to breathe, like it was gasping from being out of the water for too long. Despite its mythical nature, the sight was creepily real. Could this truly be a mermaid? And if so, how did it end up here? Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.